Did you see MBT trashing the 2012 wind-up / Dino Rabbit? Where? Was it in the Judgment of the Light video? This format sucks, sorry. It's like you guys just want to trigger me.
Answers to the above questions about rules is going to be sufficient. There's no way an additional ban list would resolve these problems because the card pool is too expansive. After 20 years, there simply are just too many monsters with busted continuous effects. You can just go down a list as individual ones are removed from sanctioned play. There's never going to be a time that this format is actually fun to play. But you're not here to have fun. That's why you're...
This is without a doubt one of the most interesting periods to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! History, and one of the absolute lamest periods to play. What? Early Zexal? Early Zexal was like A, maybe even S tier. What's he talking about, chat? Like, early Zexal was amazing. 2012 fucking... No, it didn't! I taught two regionals in March 2012 format. No one will... I will not allow anyone to trash talk that. That format was fucking amazing. What? The only single thing bad about that format that people can say is cap, it had wind up loop. Seriously, tell me it... See, what's the first thing you said? Wind up loop. Yep, see, I knew it. That's where you're gonna go. That's the only thing people say. Oh, it had wind up loop. That's it. Maxi was at 3. Get good. You know? I taught the region. I didn't even fucking play Maxi. Like, come on. Just win the die roll and set skill drain. GG no re. What's the pack distribute? Oh, Kaiba, you're here. Kaiba, unless you can talk, so you're getting 2 packs, unless you can talk someone else into giving you some more of your packs. I'm 90% certain that what's it called? When the drain is skilled. The hottest take, GG Yu-Gi-Oh! We need more skill drains. Boom. We need more skill drains. I will trade you, GG, 1 Imperial Order for 1 skill drain. It's a pretty fair offer. We take 1 Imperial Order out of Yu-Gi-Oh! And we get 1 skill drain in. I think it's a pretty, my God, can we not, as soon as I read that card, I fucking thought of you. I was like, as soon as I saw that card this morning, I was like, BP's gonna want to talk about Ice Jades. I was like, I'm gonna have to talk about Ice Jades, aren't I? Like, I don't know what this deck does, and I don't even want to know. Skill drain is an FTK. Well, to quote Dire Yu-Gi-Oh, it's your fault if you can't deal with skill drain. Blah 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 blah. So there you go. TC move for skill drain. Are you implying that I get 3 skill drains? Yeah. Like what? Eldritch would be better. Eldritch with 3 skill drain versus Eldritch with 3 TC boot. Eldritch would be infinitely better because I can just summon all my cards under skill drain. And it does the same effect, basically. I mean, it doesn't stop, I guess. The only difference is, like, Vishuda. Is a Sword Soul can kind of play, because if they Vishuda it, then they can play. But outside of that, Eldritch would be infinitely better with 3 skill drain versus 3 TC Boo. Because with 3, that duel that Cells in Jabril had, chat, what if Cells had, like, skill drain? He could have just summoned all his lords and all his zombie shit and just killed him. There were all that, like, 5 turns of stalling, like, just would have never happened because Cells would have had double Lord and he just would have killed him in like way less time. So yeah, but I think it's a fair trade. I give you a skill drain, or I give you an Imperial Order, which everyone in the Yu-Gi-Oh community wants, and you give me a skill drain. How's that not fair? OCG got 3 skill drains. What's everybody's problem? Literally every meta deck had a degenerate win condition. It's you know what? Are we gonna hold on. Every meta deck had a legitimate win condition. I mean, I would argue Insectors didn't. Like, what is they didn't? And by the way, if you say they have to OTK, then you're just a fake one. Like, you just don't know that format. Like, Insectors, I mean, I guess you could say that's why Insectors were like maybe the 5th best deck of the format. Like Plant Synchro, you know what I mean? I mean, what's TG Stun's, like, what's its degenerate win condition? Skill Drain? Is that degenerate, chat? Literally every meta deck had a degenerate win condition, so you had very little to play against everything. So all decks of the formats were all about sacking. No, I disagree. That's just not true. Skill Drain kind of aids. It's my favorite. Well, it's my second favorite card in Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't care what you guys can never convince me that Skill Drain is bad because it's my second favorite card. Wasn't Chaos Dragons meta? Chaos Dragons was like a little after that. Mine perma at 3 smile. Now you just took it too far. I mean, it doesn't affect my deck, but like for the betterment of humanity, no, mine cannot exist at 3. Skill Drain can only be played in a few meta-ish decks. You know what I mean? Eldritch, Virtual World, Prank Kids, that's basically it. There's not another like meta deck or competitive deck that can play Skill Drain. You know what I mean? Unless you're going to like the cute Yu-Gi-Oh shit. MBT says he believes 40% of Yu-Gi-Oh players quit in 2012 to play Vanguard. What? How do you even... where do you even get that statistic from? Like, those tournaments in Zexal were big. That was me? I'm just not understanding what... If you want to say... What I can't really refute, chat, is the wind-up hand loop. Yes, the wind-up hand loop should have been hit early in that year, and Konami just ignored it because wind-ups had just come out in Order of Chaos. So, like, they basically killed off plants instead of, like, hitting windups. But outside of like Dino Rabbit was like pretty fair. TG Stun, Heroes were being played at that point. They played Skill Drain as well. Insector, like I don't really see anything that was like, oh my god, it's just ridiculous. Other than wind up, because if you wind up like, yo, go second and you don't have Max C, like you might just lose your entire hand. And that's not, there's nothing you can do about that. So, like, that's the only thing where I look at and, like, yeah, that'll, fuck up a format. But I don't know, chat. Maybe I was just good. It happened. I went to the regional where I played TG Stun. It happened at one tournament. Or, it happened to me one round. And, like, I guess I was just too good. I was built different. TG wasn't a real deck. Okay, TG wasn't... See. Okay. TG Stun, not a real deck, by the way. TG Stun, by the way, chat. Press 1, TG Stun, not a real deck. Marquise Henderson, first place, TG. Interesting. Not a real deck, by the way. Just wins YCS. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's pretty good for winning a YCS. That's pretty good for not a real Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I don't know, man. Sometimes, like, not even a real Yu-Gi-Oh deck wins YCS though. Like, that's pretty. I don't know. Flag says it's not a real. What's it called? That is something that happened. Vanguard was made for people who didn't like Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. Well, we see who ultimately won. What's it called? How's TG Stun not a real deck? It won this YCS. You know what I mean? And it started a revolution, which got me a top. So there's that. Here's MBT's take. It's just all gonna be crying about freaking wind-up carriers and mighty.
Will be different. We are rapidly approaching what many duelists regard as the worst Yu-Gi-Oh format of all time.
No, they don't. Where is this coming from? Like, what? The worst format of what? What? Where the fuck is it? What? Who even said that? Oh my god, dude. This take is so bad. This is the worst format ever? Have you not played Yu-Gi-Oh? Did you just not play during Reigns? I don't know, chat. Press 1 if Firewall Dragon just didn't exist. We just imagined Firewall. I guess Firewall Dragon didn't exist. Every single person watching this literally imagined Firewall Dragon because I guess that card just didn't exist. because that card was just like an FTK machine, just one after another, after another, after another. And yeah, there were no unless you want to be one of those cringers, chat. Well, I play Edison format 50 hours a week, and I discovered an FTK that none of you guys knew. Like, bruh, unless you're gonna be one of those players, chat. Like, there were no FTKs back then. Like, there were. I mean, you could say wind up hand loop was like a pseudo FTK, but like there were no actual FTKs.
I don't mean worst of all time in that people are upset for 9 months because they have to purchase dad or lose. I don't mean worst of all time because there's a distinct lack of variety among the top decks. I don't mean worst of all time because one of the top decks is doing something incredibly frustrating like Goki Extra Link. I mean worst of all time in that the format was so infuriatingly bad, Yu-Gi-Oh! Lost something like 40% of its player base to the newly released Card Fight Vanguard. This is a dearth that Yu-Gi-Oh! Almost did not recover from. And in the next...
Where are these stats even coming from? Like, I need to go back and like research this, because this just feels like fake news. This makes me want to go back and look at like the YCS numbers or something like I'm really not understanding where are these numbers coming from. It very much recovered. I don't know, Chad. I thought like Dragon Ruler Spellbook was infinitely worse than this. For this argument of there's no meta diversity, like hold up. First place TG Stun, second place Dino Rabbit, third place Wind Up. Let's see, another Dino Rabbit. I'm sure in sectors are going to be another Wind Up, Dino Rabbit. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dino Rabbit and Wind Up were like super prevalent. I'm sure there's some Dark World. I freaking did get Dark World won a freaking YCS out of nowhere. Dark World like randomly won a YCS, if I'm not mistaken. Was that during Zexal chat? That like Dark World won a fucking YCS? Like how? Who even fucking remembers? But it did. Dark World won a YCS. Wasn't that 2011? Nah. Was it? I don't know. Anyways, I think we're at 5 decks. I'm sure Insectors will pop up somewhere. Let's see. Man, that's a lot of Dino Rabbit. A lot of Wind-Ups. I mean, those were probably the 2 best decks, but... Empty Jar? Pause Champ? Kevin Petrulia? Empty Jar? Pog? Trap Zero. The answers. Because Insectors were... Look, that was like I made a video calling like the dirty secret of like 2012 is that Insectors really sucked, and like I got a lot of hate for the video. Like Insectors were not that good. They weren't as good as Dino Rabbit and Wind Up. I played a player chat at the regional that I topped with Dino Rabbit, and he like heavy stormed me turn 1, I believe, and he popped like 5 of my back row, chat. It was either 4 or 5, and I had Doka and I still won, cause like Doka just couldn't out Doka. Like one copy of Doka just took his entire lunch. God, did no Wind-Ups top? I mean, excuse me, did no Insectors top? There you go. Nicholas Newberry, Insectors. You got, there you go, chat. Insectors. I actually know, I know this guy. He's from Charlotte. There you guys go. I wonder if I type in Snowman Eater, how many cards? Another TG, by the way. There you go, chat. Give me a copium in the chat if it really was the greatest of times, because everyone played Snowman Eater. What the hell is he talking about? I'm sorry. Like, I like MBT chat. Like, this is the homie. But to me, this absolutely screams of someone who just didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! At this time. Like, I would just want to know, like, did you actually play at this time? Yes or no? No, but, if, ands, or any of that. Did you actually play at this time? Yes or no, MBT? Because I really just don't think he played at this time.
Next couple of episodes, you are going to see exactly why. Now, this match takes place a couple of months before that cataclysmic event in December.
No, oh my God. And now he's being very a matter of fact. He's being, oh, well, this format, these duels are bad, so that means this format is bad. No, because you guys are playing shitty decks and you've played each other 500 times in a row. How does that prove anything about the formats?
December of 2011. The event we're focusing on for this one is YCS Brighton. Now, at YCS Kansas City, alongside Dark World and Agents and the occasional Tengu plant list, there were 3 tops in the top 32 of a very interesting unexplored strategy, Dino Rabbit. Over the next month on Dueling Network, if anyone remembers the precursor to Dueling Book,
I do.
Many players were testing this strategy and finding it had legs, really strong ones. As a result, Dino Rabbit was kind of the deck to beat going into YCS Brighton, and the results speak for themselves. Of the top 16 lists at YCS Brighton, 8 of them were Dino Rabbit. The next most represented was Plant Synchro at 3.
Is this the lane progression? I mean, progression series, and it's all the same thing.
Synchro and Simo and I have been through a lot together. We've both played the deck, we've both won with it, and we've both lost with it. Reborn Tengu and the Plant Monsters have been the backbone of a really powerful synchro-oriented strategy for about 9 months now. The Plant Monsters and Debris Dragon have...
Wait, is this actually a history video? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if this is actual history video, I'll watch it. But I assume they eventually do just like this long-ass duel. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. No, chat. I'm sorry. Like, wow. You guys, all right, chat. Press 1 if you guys did it. You guys did it. You finally got me to agree. You know what? This is what happens when you love someone too much, chat. They eventually break your heart. Man, I was falling in love with MBT, chat. And now he did this. I feel like love ship ended. We're breaking up, MBT. Sorry. No, because I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna let my expectations, I'm not gonna let someone sit here and shit on 2012. I've said it before, chat. If you look at it on paper, it should have actually been a horrible time for Yu-Gi-Oh! I've said that multiple times. When you look at the ban list, I even made a video about how March 2012 was the most corrupt ban list ever. However, it manifested an extremely fun Yu-Gi-Oh! It just did, chat. Yo, you could play freaking Starlight Road, and it was just fun, man. Heroes were viable, and I'm not saying, just every deck that I'm naming is like top tier meta. Dino Rabbit, of course, Insectors, TG Stun, Heroes, Dark World, Wind-Ups, a little mess around with Agents, maybe. I think Striker or Earth, I believe, got hit, chat, to like limited status. So like that format was so fucking fun. Like, to me, Zexo got, Zexo got worse the longer it went on. It was the opposite of the anime, chat, ironically. Because once you got the like Dragon Ruler spellbook, it was like, okay, you either play these 2 exact decks or you just can't play at all. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you gonna find that beats spellbooks and Dragon Ruler? Like, oh, cool. Ophion's really good against Dragon Ruler and gets slapped by spellbooks. But I don't know, that format, it felt like anything could win, chat. Like, I love that. Joe, who does history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Agrees with you. Let's see. It wasn't that bad. I miss almost every top deck jamming 7 to 10 defensive cards, warning, bottomless, chain. It made a lot of games longer / grindier. I played every YCS VU. Wind up? Oh, Wind Up Loop was legal without any main deck hand traps. And that was also just another thing. I'm telling you guys. Like, you even know... Oh, holy shit, this is Joe Gerlando? What? You didn't... Divine Pass, you bastard. You just had me thinking this was some random person named Joe. This dude made top... Okay, chat. Remember how I told you guys that I was going to play Heroes at a regional, but then at the last minute I switched to TG Stun? The reason that I played Heroes was specifically because of this guy. I thought this was just some random Yu-Gi-Oh player named Joe. Like, no, this guy made top 4 at a YCS playing Heroes, and that is what got me to start playing the deck. Like, Joe Gerlando was a huge name back then. Like, he definitely has credibility when it comes to this era of Yu-Gi-Oh, chat. Yes, one of the reasons y'all some fake ones. You guys don't know your history. Yes, one of the reasons why like Zexal, the beginning was very fun is because games were grindy, chat. Look at the cards that we were playing. Bottomless Trap Hole, Fiendish Chain. People were playing Dimensional Prison. You guys know what we say. If you play freaking, if you can play battle traps in a format, chat, the format is like, I mean, some would even say too slow. But the format is exponentially slow if you can play battle traps. And yeah, we played cards like those at the beginning of Zexal, chat. Like, these were the traps that we played. The games were super grindy, and even though Wind Up Loop was insane, I don't know, it just didn't happen. Like, you guys have to understand, Wind Up Loop was only broken if you went first. So if you go second against Dinos or Dino Rat, like, you're not going for Wind Up Loop. You're gonna go for like other wind up shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. Again, it was insane, but like, bruh, I'm sorry. In my defense, you are literally built different. I don't know, Chad. This sounds like some Zoomer shit that MBT's on. Like, I can't believe, I can understand him maybe not liking 2012, but I really can't understand. Yeah, it was either 2012 or 13 Flax where TCG and OCG got different ban lists. I can't understand how he's saying this was the worst format ever. Like, that's just, I don't know, that's like some real Zoomer shit. Like, what? I guess you just didn't play when Firewall was a thing. I think you're talking about 2011, 2012 was just 2 decks. I just showed you the YCS. Are you gonna say the 2 decks were just, or the 3 decks were just Dino Rabbit, Wind Up, and what's the 3rd deck you're going to say? Like, other decks were topping, bro. Like, TG Stun didn't just top one of it. 2012 was the year that pushed players, started to push, separating the ban list. Once we got the list, they hit literally nothing right. People were just past furious. Hold on. Once we got the list that hit literally nothing, people were just past furious. Did that happen in the TCG, chat? I feel like that happened. Did we ever have that happen in the TCG? I don't know if that happened in the, that happened in the OCG. But I'm trying to remember if we ever had a list where nothing changed. Because I remember March 2012, like, I don't think that happened, Flax. Like, you can go to Wikipedia and look this up. So this is March 2000. This is the Glow Up Bulb, Trishula, Spore, and what's the last card, chat? Trish? Wait, I said that. It's 4 cards banned. It's like Glow Up Bulb, Trish, Spore, Trap Dushy? Is the 4th card, maybe? Glow Up Bulb, Spore, Trish. Ah, bam! Nailed it. There you go. There you go. This is the infamous March 2012 list, chat. The one where they ignored wind-ups and went straight after plants. Oh, such a good list. Research. Dude, why are you guys digging? Are you digging up old posts from me? You know, that's not research, just going through my post history. Hold on. Let me see what the next ban list was. Because we were only getting like 2 ban lists a year back then. This was not a time, this was not a Zoomer time of Yu-Gi-Oh! Chat where we got like 5 ban lists. It was just 2 lists. So let's go to September. I definitely don't remember us getting a list with nothing. There you go. Flash, what do you want? They banned Future Feud? Yeah, okay. So this must have been after Chaos Dragons became big. Because if you look at this, Future Fusion getting banned, what deck did that? Chaos Dragons. Bryonic got banned, Chaos Sorcerer, Chaos Dragons. Evil, Gishki, Kraken, Insector. Oh, they hit Insectors. Red Eyes, yeah, this is definitely a we are hitting Chaos Dragons list. Here's 2012, the entire year. Let's bring this up just for you guys. Wait, no. If this is just a bunch of people crying on Pojo about how much the list sucks, like people cry about every ban list. What do you want? Glad that's over with. Time for Vanguard. Where's okay. As I said, Divine Past. This was the most controversial list ever in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. I've said that before. Bad list is, oh yeah, it was the most controversial list. However, as I also said, the format that it bred was fun as hell. Everyone just initially cried about it. Why did people cry about it, Chad? I just told you guys, but why did people cry about it? Why did people cry? You guys tell me. I just can't believe MBT's on this Zoomer shit, dude. It was 2013. We kept getting formats defined by TCG exclusives like Shark, Tengu, and other bullshit. Why is this bad, Flax? Why is it bad that why is it bad that the formats are defined by TCG cards? By nothing I mean hitting agents and a form. Oh, so you are talking about oh yeah, I mean like they banned 4 cards. It's not nothing. Yeah. Like it was a controversial list. Like I don't deny that. I made an entire video about it. You got other decks. Yes, Dino Rabbit was the best deck. What do you want? There's always a best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh, chat. But like you could play Agents, Mermail, Selza, Dark World, which won a YCS by the way. You know what I mean? Hero didn't win, but I don't know. This is Toy Story 2 all over again, chat. You know what I mean? Reject Vanguard. Return to Magic the Gathering. I'm obsessed with being gay. Tengu was bad. It depends on what your definition of bad is. They banned the... No one's saying that the ban list itself was admirable. I did an entire video, chat. What I'm saying is, regardless of those results, what came from it, actually, I'm trying to think what, hold on. I think it's semi-limit. Hold on, let me see if I can show you guys one of the biggest changes from this ban list that like no one appreciated until you like started playing. I'm pretty sure it's here, hold on. There it is, chat. What card am I talking about? Why? Who requested a 10-minute song, by the way? What card am I talking? I'll pull it up here. Wait, this is the other one. Level Limit Area B. Nah, that ain't it. All right, here's the ban list, chat. Glow Bulb, Spore, Trish, and Trap does shoot bans. Earth and Striker got limited. Let's see, semi-limited. Lumina, Marshmelon, Reborn Tengu. This one was a fucking game changer. Good lord. This card at 3 is like format defining. This card at 2, as DB Grinder would say, not so crazy. Yes, Dolan got it, chat. One of the biggest changes when everyone was so outraged that they didn't realize, chat, that was gigantic. Torrential Tribute going to 2, chat. This card had been at limited status, I believe, since 2004. So this card had, chat, this card, oh, I'm sorry, Grunts. This card had been limited, chat, for 8 years. Do you guys know how long that is? Maybe even 9. Do you guys know how long it is for a card to be limited for like 8 or 9 years? And then this was the specific format when it went to 2. And I was one of those players that was like, holy shit, I am playing 2 of this. This was one of the single biggest changes of the format. And Torrential Tribute, chat, back then was one of those you have to play differently cards. Torrential at 2 changed everything. Kind of like how, you know, Mirror Force back in the day, you know, you'd switch your monsters to defense. Oh, wow. Cells actually lost. Let's go. Can I get a clap in the chat, boys? He did it. Pog. Can I get a clap in the chat? Dark Emperor won his first. What a dark horse, by the way. What a dark horse. I was rooting for you the whole time. Congratulations, Dark Emperor. I lost to the winner. Easy. Snatch Steel has been banned for 7 years. Contextually. Are we talking about since they rebanned it in like 2015? I just, that was a, I can't believe this, dude. I don't know if I'll ever talk to MBT like anytime soon, chat, but just remind me if he ever hosts us or anything like that, chat, that is the single thing that we are like, we gotta talk about this, because that is like the most that's like the most Zoomer take ever, is that early Zexal was like bad Yu-Gi-Oh. And to even insinuate that this was one of the worst time, like, What? Like, I'm offended by that, chat. Like, how is this was nowhere near as this. First off, this was better than the end of Zexal. Like, I mean, if you want to go to an unplayable format, again, Dragon Ruler Spellbook. Have fun playing 2 decks. You know what I mean? Did MBT? No, that's the thing. I don't think he played during Zexal. And like, my thing is, if you want to do progressions, that's fine. But don't act like you were there the entire time and then try to like give your opinion. Like, I don't know, Chad. You know what I mean? Zexal was a peak. Dude, I love Zexal. Hat format bad? Hat was it depends on who you ask, man. Some people will tell you that hat is like the best thing ever to happen to Yu-Gi-Oh! And some people will tell you that it's like really boring. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I think when people learned how good hat was, it got worse. When people were playing all the that chat, like the Boojins, and like it was like way more fun. But then when everyone just started playing hat, like it became way less fun. At least to me, anyways. Everything but hat was good in hat. Sharing the same ban list with 2 completely different formats exist.
Oh, Aleve, have you forgotten that the amazing power of money can do anything? Money makes life happy.
Congrats.
Holy crap, I didn't think I would win. Arc Rebellion actually helped me in a lot of matches. Arc Rebellion underrated.
Thank you very much, Dark Emperor. Holy crap, I didn't think Arc Rebellion would help me in a lot of matches. Or excuse me, I didn't think I would win. Arc Rebellion actually helped me in a lot of matches. Arc Rebellion underrated. It is. A lot of people don't necessarily play it, but it is a card that's really good for like one-shotting your opponent. And usually, by the time you make it, people have exhausted a lot of their resources. So you don't expect your opponent to just throw out somewhere between an 8,000 to 11,000 attack dragon out of nowhere. You know, that you can basically make for what, a rank 4, isn't it? Doesn't the rank 4 just turn into the dragon chat, or am I mistaken? You know what I mean? Time to no, I wouldn't dislike bomb people's videos. I just flax. I hear what you're saying, but like, okay, I would just ask you this. Did you play 2000? I'm gonna ask you the same thing I would ask Master or MBT. And no, playing a format 10 years later and trying to evaluate it when you have like today's biases already incorporated into you, that doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't work. You already are what's the word, chat? When you're already like corrupted by today's like standards and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because again, I think it just sounds like, to me, it just sounds like a lot of people who didn't play at that time, who are just like, well, I played March 2012 last month and it sucked. Like, okay, got it. Because you expect every deck to be like Eldritch and every card float and you get 10 cards out of 1, or you you know what I mean? Like, just, if you played it then, what's it called? It was my introduction into Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know if it'd be a good format to introduce someone into Yu-Gi-Oh! Feels a little ramped up. You know what I mean? It was like a little ramped up. When I started playing slowly, that sounds like a no flags. Yeah, that, if you're saying 2012 and 2013, see, I'm not talking about 13, I'm talking about 12. It's when I started slowly playing and really got at the end. Yeah, this sounds like a no. This sounds like a no, Cap G. You know what I mean? Like, if you just started playing and went to like a couple of locals, like, that sounds like a no. I'm not saying you were a casual KYS. I'm just saying, like, it kind of sounds like a no to me. Kind of sounds like, what's it called? Did you know Elmo is I can't believe I'm really upset, chat. You know what I mean? I think, okay, what really upsets me is, like, I know that all the people who watch the progression series are just going to be like, yo, MBT said this year sucked, so I guess this is like the worst period. They're gonna take what he says as the gospel, chat. Like, man, this feels like such a false I can't believe that. It might be time for a Yu-Gi-Oh! Story, chat, based around this time. It's Rock.
Oatmeal raisin, boy, that's Elmo's favorite.
Me too.
Oh, Gabby, can Elmo have an oatmeal raisin cookie instead, please?
Oh, gee, Elmo, that was my last one.
Oh, that's okay, Gabby. Elmo just did this one.
No, wait, Elmo. Rocco says that he wants the oatmeal raisin cookie.
Rocco? Rocco's a rock, Zoe. Rocco won't know the difference.
Yes, he will. You can't have that cookie, Elmo. Rocco wants to eat it.
How? How is Rocco going to eat that cookie, Zoe? Tell Elmo. Rocco doesn't even have a mouth. Rocco's just a rock. Rocco's not alive.
He is too alive.
Boy,
Hey, now calm down, you two.
boy. All day long, Rocco's been getting his way. And now Zoe's saying Elmo can't even have his favorite cookie because she wants to give it to a rock. Oatmeal raisin. Boy, that's Elmo's favorite.
I don't really think that that's toxic. I mean, it's almost like Elmo's telling her that she doesn't live in the real world and that it's a fucking rock, so it can't eat a cookie. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a yes because I got my feel how the fucking stupid game was early on, but once formats evened out in late 2012 or early, it was super fun. I don't remember Elmo being toxic. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Flax, the way that I look at it is, if you just like, okay, if I just started learning how to play a game, that's not really playing a format. Like, you don't even, you're a baby Yu-Gi-Oh player. Like, it'd be like if I asked, have you really experienced life? And you were like a baby who was like 5 years old, and you were like, well, I was born like 3 days ago, so yeah, I've kind of lived a little bit of life. Like, not really. Like, if you were just learning how to play the game, and you had no idea what, you know, spell cards were or any of that, and you have to learn all the mechanics, like you're not really playing the game. You're learning the game. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's not playing the game. That's not playing during the format. You know what I mean? I mean, we can have different definitions, but playing the game is like, were you going to regionals? Were you grinding? Did you go to any YCSs? Or, you know what I mean? Sensing bullshittery. You don't need Yu-Gi-Oh experience to know. I guess if you've played other card games. For me, the only thing I can compare Yu-Gi-Oh is to Yu-Gi-Oh. So like, if I played Yu-Gi-Oh and I got like I don't know, someone popped 3 of my cards with like Insectors, I wouldn't, if I didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh, I wouldn't know how strong that was. I guess, you know what I mean? Don't say, yeah. I mean, yeah. If you played like other card games, maybe you could compare it to that. Like getting wind up hand looped, yeah, that was like bullshit. But to me, that's just the only example people use. Like, if the only argument is, well, wind up hand loop, like, dude, it didn't happen if it happened every game, then windups would have won like 10 YCSs in a row, which didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, windups actually, chat, you guys want to know the irony? Windups won way more when Mighty got limited and they couldn't hand loop. That's just, again, something like you don't know unless you, I guess, know or you were playing back then. Windups won infinitely more events when Mighty got limited to 1. You know what I mean? So, or no, excuse me. It wasn't when Mighty got limited to 1. It's when people stopped focusing on the wind up hand loop. The hand loop was holding them back. I know they won. I know that they weren't winning a lot of YCSs then. All right, chat. Is it movie time? I was gonna get some popcorn, but I think I might just eat after the stream. So yeah, I don't know if I really want to eat popcorn. What did you ever do with those old crusty packs that you never sent out, says Phobic Gaming Nerd? They're actually here. I still have them. I've kind of been waiting. I wanted to pull them for another tournament. And I think that's still the game plan, Phobic. I just wanted to, what's it called? Cap's really gonna, what, for watching a freaking 8-year-old movie? I'm gonna get banned for watching an 8-year-old movie? Come on. But I played other strategy and tabletop video games, and it's pretty easy to tell when a game isn't working for both players. How many packs do I get, says Selza? 4. Because you choked enough. You could have won, Selza. Why didn't you just play Protos and Eldritch? Dude, I don't know, chat. Okay, let me, I'm sorry. Press, I can't say press. How many of you guys were like playing back in 2012? I guess I'm just realizing, like, I'm the only boomer here. You know what I mean? Keem. Like, I'm the only boomer. So when we talk about like these old ass formats, like I'm the only one that played these shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't consider Zexel old, chat. I consider GX old. GX is like so old that like barely anyone remembers it. So like I get that. That's like real boomer. But Zexel's not boomer. Zexel wasn't that long ago. I mean, technically it was like 10 years ago, but sorry, chat. Zexel is not boomer. Anything after 5Ds is like not boomer to me. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people should remember, what's it called? Someone said something about Cleefort. I thought I saw the word Clee in there. I'm old, Cap. I played in 2012, but it was really bad. White cards can kiss my ass. Almost 11 years. Yeah, but that's not old. Chat, do you guys think of Zexel as like a boomer anime? Let's just put it in those terms. So since some of you guys are watching Zexel but not playing, like who thinks of like Zexel as like some old anime? It's not. Like 5Ds, GX, but like Zexel's like new school to me. You know what I mean? Dark Emperor, I will need your address. Yeah, you have to email it to me. 2010 ain't. Oh, I mean, we're not even 2012. Zexel started in like 2011. Like I don't think that's what's it called. It's over half my. It's because you're a boomer. That's why half my is over half my. Because you guys are all like 19-year-old boomers, like, or excuse me, Zoomer. You guys are all 19-year-old Zoomers, like freaking Nolan. That's why. I thought you guys were more mature. Your analogy with MBT reminds me of when some players said WoW Sims or Final Fantasy mechanics made frequent comparisons to WoW, etc., etc. I played Hero with G-Spec. Hey, see, this is real. Heroes with Gemini Spark? I remember those days, chat. Time moves differently for us, so I guess it doesn't feel that old. It's been. I can't believe dude, and just him making that statement. Like, I really want to. Where did those numbers come from? Yu-Gi-Oh lost 40% of its players to Cardfight Vanguard. You mean that game that like died after a year? Like what? I'm sorry. Show me the Cardfight Vanguard YouTube channel that like popped off in 2012. Like, I'm sorry, check Google Trends. Like what? I'm sorry. I just don't remember this. The current state of Cardfight Vanguard 2000. Is this a Yugi tuber too? I feel like I know. Yeah, his name's Solemn. He has to be a Yugi tuber. Like, bruh. Show me the Yugi tuber in 2012, chat, who like popped off and was putting out like 20,000 VVD. Like, that doesn't exist. 5D certified Yugi. Oh my god. Thanks a lot, MBT. Ruined the stream. Actually, no. Which one of you guys brought the MBT thing to me? I feel like it was Zesty or Level 1 Mage or something like that. Press 1 if you ruined the stream. Divine Pass. Thanks. All you did was rile me up. It's fun to rile people up. It's really fun to fuck with them until they want to argue about 2012 Yu-Gi-Oh. Van Divine. Let's see. In the tournament. This sounds like Parappa 1. All right, chat. Who's ready to watch one of the best movies ever? Kappa. I mean, it was the run from Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of people did quit. 40%. It's just an ass. No, I don't know if that's true, Flats. Like, I would need. How do you okay, like, here's the question. How do you quantify that? A lot of people quit. Quantify it for me. Like, is that based on low attendance numbers, a low card shop number, like, we don't get sales numbers. So, like, how do you even quantify that? How did we watch Tokyo Drift, chat? Yeah, hold on. Because I'm going to go to the same site we watched Tokyo Drift. Did we watch it on here, or did we watch it under a different browser? Yeah, you know what? I think I might have had it in a different browser. Dark Emperor, make sure you email me, because like people like Selza and Kaiba, like I already have their addresses. I think it might have been on Firefox. Wait, yeah, Firefox, not this. MBT always speaks out. Yeah, but that's fine though. You can say like I'm if he says things like you know, Engage can't come back because blah blah blah. Like that's fine. But when you make a definitive statement like this is the worst era of Yu-Gi-Oh and you like didn't even play, how can you justify that statement? And again, I don't know definitively, chat, that he didn't play. But if you make a statement like that, you damn sure better be able to validate it. You say 40% of people quit. Like, some talking Pojo, man, you guys did some digging. Why is Vanguard actually popular? 2017? But this is just speculation from Thunderbreak on Pojo. Like, I don't know, right? Like, I don't know. I'll like, whenever something's said, chat, like, I don't take something on face value, like, ever. You know what I mean? If it's just said by some person. Like, basically, you need to be able to tell me why, and just give me some hard numbers or something like that. You know, like, Mind Haxer on Pojo says that Yu-Gi-Oh sucked in 2012, so everyone quit. Like, okay, prove it. Like, show me the numbers, show me something. Like, I'm not just taking a random and that includes MBT. Like, if you can just show me some evidence, and I can't take a person's word on it. You know what I mean? Especially these posts are from 5 years later. If it would have been like from 2012 and it was like, yeah, all of our local scenes are half the attendance, like, all right, I'll maybe that. You know what I mean? But like, just show me something. MBT over exaggerates everything. Because you can't account for loss and gain. Even 40% of the player base is gone. Same number, just join. It's dead. Holy crap! Is that Long Beach? Is this what's it called? Hold on. Is this is the Dark World one? Was this the largest event ever? The Guinness Book? Let's see. I can just search it. Hold on. Yu-Gi-Oh! YCS. Because I forget which one it was. Yu-Gi-Oh! I forget if it was this event. Long Beach. Long Beach Griffin. I feel like this is the Dark World tournament.
Here, long shot is not even close. Like right here, it says YCS Long Beach holding.
YCS Long Beach, California is officially the largest trading card tournament ever held. A total of 4,364 duelists battle. Blah 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 blah. Let me see if I can figure out. Yeah, I think this is the Dark World tournament. It'd be nice if Atenza gave me a link that worked, though. Wait, what's this? Shut up. Press 1 at fake news. Fake news. Fake news. I still had fun. Fake news. Look, it wasn't perfect, but I still had fun. You're missing the last two in the link? Why do you guys always be digging through my dirty laundry, chat? Jeez, I hate when you guys do that. Link the video. No, don't link the. I'm deleting this video. I'm deleting this video. I'm more interested in this before we watch this movie, which I can't keep delaying, chat. We need to. You know what? Hold on. I can't keep delaying this. We either need to start this video now, or YCS Long Beach 2012. You still linked it wrong. Let me just see if it says it here. Because this sounds like the event. I'm pretty sure. But it will say, what's it called? It's the first link? No, this just... Okay. That just takes me to just generic Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's type in Long Beach and see if it comes up. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, this is it. I'm pretty sure that's Michael Balan. Yeah, I'm 99% certain, chat, that he won with Dark World. Press 1 if this confirms it, MBT. Yu-Gi-Oh! Totally dead, even though this is literally when it went into the Guinness Book of World Records. So, yeah. I guess this is when everyone just quit. You know what I mean? By the way, chat, Joe Gerlando guy that we were talking, this is him right here. Right here. He made top 4 at this event. Oh, no, Trippy, I got it now, but, like, this is why I'm like, where is this argument coming from that, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Died in 2012 and, like, no one was playing this. This is the largest turn. And by the way, this record has not been broken, chat. Even though this is a 10-year-old record, it hasn't been broken yet by any Magic tournament or anything. So, like, where is this? No one was going to events. Like, I played at events then. We had giant, I want to say North Carolina had its largest event ever during Zexal, chat. I think it was the event where I played Dino Rabbit in Charlotte. Our number was like 364 or 323. We had like the largest regional in the state's history. So like where are these numbers that like Yu-Gi-Oh was dead or dying or something like that? Like I want to know. You know what I mean? Because, and also answer this, chat. If I made a video on this and then I said some Yu-Gi-Tubers have given out false statements and statistics, would that be drama, chat? Because I'm correcting MBT? Like, that's not drama. Like, bro, this is actually this facts. Like, it's actual fucking facts. Like, that's not drama. He says like, oh, 40% of people quit. Like, no, they didn't. Like, okay, well then show me. Because according to the results of this was literally the largest tournament ever. So I'm not understanding how those two things work. These dumbass paragraphs. I was just saying how Vanguard was gaining popularity at the time. Yeah, so he did win with Dark. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I was like, off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure that was the Dark World event, and that just put another deck on for anyone saying that there were only 2 decks of the form. Like, Dark World just came out of nowhere and like won a white. I think that shit was just card destruction, chat. That card was fucking nuts.